How do? How do? How do? Hey, hey. And it's not a jet engine. As you know, that is my diesel heater. Done a lot of research last night. Yeah, as I say, I did a lot of research when I got home. I can't tell you where we were because it's a secret, but yeah, I went to see some friends, and the diesel heater, well, as you just heard then, it's like a jet engine. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, just putting my stuff away, I had to use my barbecue, my new barbecue. My oven did a treat. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I forgot what I'm on about now. Yeah, my diesel heater. A few weeks ago, if you remember, I was asking if anybody knew what that rattle were. And I thought it don't matter about answering because I probably haven't sorted about the time I upload. I think that was the one anyway. Anyway, I found out what that is as well. Now the only way I'm going to get rid of that jet engine noise is to get a new heater. What it is, it's the bearing. Not on the... what's going on here? Yeah, not on the fan. What happens with the fan, with that clicking, it moves on the spindle. It's only a push on and it moves sometimes with heat. Right, that other noise, when you take the engine to bits, there's obviously a motor in there, and it's the bearing within that motor. And the noise is vibrating through the exhaust and also vibrating through the inlet. So there's no way of getting rid of the noise except to purchase a new motor, which you can't. So it's either new or make do. Simple as that. Yeah, we had a fabulous weekend. I'll put a little snippet in now of George's barbecue. That is warm. Somebody said I'm cold. So George said, "Hell, can't be got out of control, you know." Well, I went with 3 cases of beer. I've come back with 1 1/4. It was cold though. Hence the big bonfire. Yeah, it was brilliant. Really good weekend. we go. No, wrong way. Where you going, Wilco? That's it. And that goes in there like that. Hunky-dory. Yakinori, hunky-dory and all that shit. Heck yeah! Fantastic weekend. So I'd like to thank the person who put us up. Thank you very much. We'll see you in June. Right, so what are we fucking on about now? Oh yeah, heater. It's on now, like I say, and you just heard what it's like a bloody jet engine. But where we were, you know, being in countryside and that, you know, you just echo, you just, well, the sound, it, what do you call it when it gets loud? It seems louder than what it is. But we were sat around fire a good 25-30 metres away. Oh, you could hear it as plain as bloody day. But yeah, so it's either a new heater or put up with it. And to be honest with you, with that noise, I don't fancy putting up with it, especially on a site. Yeah. But if I do, I might put it somewhere else. I might put it there. This half here, have the outlet there, but I could also run a pipe right along here, and also have one coming out there at the bottom of there. You know what I mean? So I'd have two heat outlets, which I think would be better. And it isn't as if I haven't got enough room in there, is it? Blimey. You know, I'm actually struggling to fill it up. We haven't put bedding in there because we put this bedding up there. In boxes, you know. Right, also while we was away, I turned the pump on for the water. I've got a leak. Luckily, I know where it is. I'll just put these cushions back. Oh, I can sit down properly now. Oh, I'll put telly up. Yeah, so, yeah, turn the pump on. Water starts coming out, turn the tap off. And you can still hear the pump. We're like, boop, 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 boop. So obviously there's a drip somewhere. Anyway, I went to the bathroom and there's a pool on the floor, so at least I know where it is. But I did actually put the pipework in such a way where it were all easy accessible. Like, there's a joint under this chair here, there's a joint at the bottom of the cupboard, the one that goes to, well, in fact both the hot and the cold that go to that, the one there at the corner. So it has to go all the way from here, well, there's water there, and so it has to go all the way back of there, through the cupboard, under the shower tray, right at the back of the toilet, in that cupboard there, right at the bottom, underneath, all the way there, to go up to the taps there. so it has to go a fair way. But what I did, right from this cupboard here at the bottom, I did one piece. So unless there was a serious problem, there shouldn't be a leak anywhere there. I've definitely not got one under the leak, that's under the sink, because there's only one joint. And I always put a piece of board there, a piece of cardboard. If there is ever a leak, I'll just look at the cardboard. If it's dry, then the leak in there, obviously. So, you know, it's the taps in the bathroom. So that's what I'm going to be on with in a moment, after I stop wittering on. You know, for some reason I'm knackered. I think weekends took it out of me. And these chairs, bed, sorry, they're so comfortable. I couldn't set up the double bed because it was just too much hard work pulling it, literally pulling it out so as it touches this, you know, all the way from there all the way to here. And yeah, it was just too much like hard work. It'd be handy if there were some wheels on there, you know, at bottom. But I'm thinking of putting a bit of that trim, this stuff here. But having that obviously on the front, and this will be on the bottom as a slider. But it means I'm going to have to cut some off the bottom and that. There. Anyway, I think I've waffled on now for about 10 minutes and 37 seconds. So, I am going to get on with this tap. Oh, my back's killing. Anyway, look, we've all got ailments, haven't we? There's people worse than me. Right. Obviously, these pipes are going into that. That is where the leak is. That is where my water was. Down in this corner here. And it was dripping. So it can't be anywhere else. So we're going to take that off. Where can I put you? Somewhere pretty. Well, there's some little caps on the end here. This isn't an how-to video, it's just how I do it. Well, I suppose it is an how-to, isn't it? Is it true what they say about your eyes? They get better before they get worse. Because I don't know what it is about mine. I seem to be able to see better without them than I can with them. It's not supposed to be like that, is it? You know, a friend of mine, he's 74, and he went to the dentist not so long back. But he's always doing something, you know, he's always... What's happening here? Oh shit, that's gone. That's gone. I don't know. He only went to the dentist. They wanted to know what medication he were on. And when he told them no, they were gobsmacked. I don't think they believed him, to be honest. They said, what, you're 74, you don't have any medication whatsoever? He said, no. I think you were calling him a liar. Oh, he asked and all, he says, why, how many people are 74 years of age are on medication? He said 20%, he said less. He said 10%, he said less. And that was it, then he wouldn't say anymore, wouldn't the dentist? I suppose he can't, can he? But the problem thing is now though, this friend of mine is thinking now, why aren't they on medication? I'll tell you what it is, my friend. Don't even think about it. Whatever you're doing, carry on. I got told that by my doctor once. I went to, what did I go for? I forgot. I think I was going dizzy and stuff. You know, like you do, after about 12 pints. And, he checked my cholesterol and everything. And Anyway, we went back a week later. He said, look, he said, your cholesterol's through the roof, which I knew it would be. I mean, there weren't a day went by where I didn't have a full breakfast in mornings. It was like part and parcel of the job. It were in your wage. I don't know, a loaf of bread a day. Sometimes, if I had egg, chips and beans, which was my favourite meal, well, which is my favourite meal. Yeah, that's where it's coming out. I don't know if you can see it. Wet through there. So, yeah, if I turn the pump on, just wet through this one. I shall turn the pump on. I'll get something for around here first. Then we're going to go back down there. No, that it's 15 metres. Yeah, anyway, my cholesterol, he said it's through roof, blah blah blah. I said, why, what's it supposed to be? He said, well, there isn't really a measurement. I said, well, how could it be high then? I said, it might be low. He said, no, he says, you're reading, I think he said 16, I think. He said, you should be on average between 4 and 7. I thought, oh right, 3 times then. He said, but the thing is, you're everything. He said, look at you. He said, you look fabulous. I said, I know. I said, I'm gorgeous. He said, I don't mean that. He said, whatever you're doing, Paul, he said, carry on. He said, think about your cholesterol when you're a bit older. That's what he said. Anyway, I think he's been sacked now. Right, we shall wrap this around there like so. Right, you should, when I turn this pump on, be able to hear it. Just watch it'll heal itself. I'm hoping you can hear that. I can hear that. Oh. In fact, the light's flickering. Right there. And you know something, I don't think it is the pipe, it's this. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Bloody hell. Oh, there ain't even a screw in there. So how do they come off? Oh, it's that, it's a nut. It's a nut, is that in it? Oh, it's undoing that. Hey, what if that's what we're wrong? It bloody is. Right. That there, the Lewis. Like that. So we'll tighten that up and then we'll put the coal back on. Don't matter about this because it's not connected to one. We'll see what happens there. Right, turn the pump off. What I'm going to do is come cut this, obviously, because I am. That. Right, let's give that a go, eh? See what appertains. If it still leaks, then it's going to be coming from still from here. Oh. What's today, is it? That wasn't supposed to happen, if you know what I mean. No, it's still pumping. I can hear it pump. No, it's still doing it. I can still hear the pump. It's only a little doot, doot. Yeah, it's there, look, I can see it. No, I can't. You know, there's no water coming out of this. Leave it there a minute. I'm going to check the pump area. It's not coming from anywhere there. The only other place is cold tap. Is anywhere back in here? Yeah, that's it. From there, it goes direct to. It's got to be sink. It has to be this. And I thought I'd checked it. no wet, nothing. Not coming out. Right, I can't find a leak anywhere and the punch still sputter. You know, it's just the odd but I'm going to check these pipes under here just in case. No, nothing. No. See what it is? I'll just show you. That's if you're going to be able to see. Like that. Now look, there's pipes coming from there to the left. They go all the way around. This is all one piece. They go in there under the toilet. Nothing. If there was any water, it could show a little bit. No, nothing. And there is nothing there where they are, and that's it. That's the only joints apart from up against it, but it had run down, and I've felt up there and there's no there. So I'll be honest with you, I'm baffled. I am absolutely baffled. Well, I'm not normally beaten, but this has beat me. Well, it hasn't beat me yet, but I'll change that stage. A pressure system works from the pump. It pushes pressure into the pipes. Then when you turn on a tap, it releases pressure in the pipes and kicks off the pump because it's sensed low pressure. That's what happens when you get a leak. The pump will come on, it'll be intermittent, like or it won't go off. If it won't go off, then you've got a bad leak. Right, mine's coming on for about a second. It's going, well, you heard, didn't you? And then 15 seconds later ish, you know, so it's a very, very minor leak. It has to be a leak, it can't be anything else. Only joints I've got is one that goes the inlet to the pump, and obviously the outlet, they're not leaking. Then one pipe alone with no joints or anything goes from there to under here, where there's a joint there that's, what's that joint for? Oh, it was for the heater. It's not leaking there. Then it comes along here to a wire piece. One piece goes up to the bathroom sink and one goes all the way under this toilet and everything, back of the units, and it ends up there. And that one there, I did it purposely. Right from here all the way through is one piece, no joints, just in case there ever a leak. Just got to get to it, simple as. If there were a crack or anything in this, or in that, you'd see it. And there is absolutely nothing. There's no, you'd see a drip. Right, carrying on with taps. It's been a couple of days now. I've been on that interweb. Oh, for a good day anyway. Can I find some? No chance. So what I'm going to do, well, I can actually, but I'll be damned if I'm paying 60 quid for a tap. You have more chance of the cow jumping over the moon. I'll do it out first. I saw some for 35 quid. Put them into my basket. In and ahhing, looking around, thinking I might get them cheaper. Went back to my basket, they'd sold. Brand new, and what it were, this here lad, he just finished a project, didn't need the taps. They were brand new. 35 quid. I saw some. Gospel truth this. I'll try and find them and I'll put a picture. Where can I put picture? Down there. 1,043 quid. Tell you, it's gone crazy. It's gone mad. Right. So like I say, I'm going to take these off and I'm going to take them to bits and see if there's any seals. I've got some little seals now. Whether any of them will fit it, I don't know. So let's give that a bash. Oh. Right, before we start, I just want to give a bit of a shout out. There's a lad on forums on the talbotoc.com. What it is, he breaks these Talbots, he does repairs and everything. Now, he's got he has loads of spares, absolutely loads of spares. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if you need anything, it's called Fran Matt, all one word, off FRANMATT, Fran Matt. It's quite possible that you might need to find somebody called One Fran Matt, because he's having troubles getting onto the forum, so he's had to change his name. But what I'm saying is, he's reasonable, he's good, and he knows his stuff. Well, first, I've got to get that off. I've already took that off. There's a nut there. There. Undo that. We'll get this off first because it's a bit of a pig. Right, on this we'll put H for hot and K, or C for cold. Have a slurp, hold these spanners, you know. That weren't tight. Right, it is possible, because I haven't undone this. Right, I wonder if I found the problem by mistake. What's the day is it? Don't want to go too tight, do we now? Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put it back on, because it is possible that was the problem. Right, change of plan. It can't be that, because there's no water in the hot water system, and that's the hot water tap, so it can't be that, can it? Yeah, that were loose, but like I said, there's no water in them pipes. There's nothing. It isn't even connected up to this system, so it can't be that. Right. That must turn. Oh, that turns that. Right, so that goes to the top, which will be that way. I wonder if they work off of pressure. there is a little tiny rubber seal in there. Oh my god, it's going to be hard work, this. Oh, right. So that actually screws on there. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh. Oh, come on. I don't know if that just clips in or what. Yeah, it does. It just clips out like that. So the thing is now, have I got any that size? Let's have a look in my little magic box. Got a little magic box here, look. And I haven't. Oh. And in fact, they're not even bloody do's. When you cut through metal and you want to protect the wire, that's what they are. They're not actually washers. So that sorted that out then, didn't it? But having a look at this, it looks alright. So let's pop that back in. Will that go over there? No. Now we'll check the other one, the other side. Well, that seems okay as well. Sorry about the long video. Right, fitted all back on. No. I'm hoping that somehow, with the hot water, you know that nut that were loose. So let's see, yeah? On with the pump. That were it. Result. So the nut, let me show you. Right, underneath here is a nut which obviously pulls everything tight. Same on this one. Now I thought it was a cold one, which is that. Right, when I took this off to investigate this, that nut under there were loose, and I think the pump just kicked in then. So just not that. Well, I think that's right. That's it. It's done. Oh, what a good do. Just save myself some brass. Cool. Oh, while I'm on. just a bit of a shout. There's a lot on Talbot Owners Club website. If you go to talbotoc.com, he's called Fran Matt, and he sells all sorts of parts. He's got loads of parts. He breaks them and stuff like that. And he does do a good discount if you're a member, especially a donated member. Anyway, I'm just letting you know, Matt, I picked up this. It's a full system. And it said tested 16th of the 2nd, 10. Oh, that's that. I don't know what that is. But I have one of these anyway. But I'm looking at this. That's what I'm interested in. The burner module. And I can't understand if that... It seems that's cracked. But I'm going to check that out later. And yeah, because I'm going to buy the burner module off Fran Matt. But it looks like I won't need it. But it was much appreciated, you know. Well, I've come tumbling back down to earth. It hasn't worked. I started putting it back and it started again. You can see when light flickers, look. Or you can see it or not. Or you can hear it. Oh, poo. Right, I've gone around the majority of joints now. The only ones I haven't done is the one in there. That's the only one I haven't done. But what I'm thinking is, you know, maybe, just maybe, it's the spout. But there's no water. That's what I can't understand, you see. Even on the joints, there is no water. If there were a leak, you know, if the pressure's there, the pump's coming on. It's only for a minute second, but it's coming on. That means there's a leak somewhere. Now, what I've done, I've stood the tap up, and maybe it's pushing water up. So that were empty. I shook it, and there was nothing. So I'm going to give it 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to move all them cushions and have a look under there. But maybe it's coming up the spout. You know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can hear it. It's annoying. Right, I've been round all the joints again, and it's not leaking anywhere. So I'm going to confidently leave it for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and see if that spout starts to drip. If it's dripped, then it's a bad seal in the spout. Yeah, I'll just show you what I'm on about. You can hear it as well, you see. Now I'm here. Yeah, can you hear it? Well, obviously you can. So it's a very light, really minute leak. But I'm just wondering if it could be pump. I've took the pump off the floor. I've took it off. Anyway, but I'm just wondering, that there, is that supposed to be upside down? You know, the filter? If it is, then I'm going to have a few problems on it, because I haven't I need to empty tank and everything, won't I, to turn it over. You know, it's possible it could be a pump, but I can't see it. I can't. Oh, I don't know. Right, so like I say, I'm going to leave it for about an hour, and then we'll come and have a look at the spout. Right, it hasn't been long, it's only about 15 minutes. I haven't looked at it yet. Right, what I've got, like I say, I've no heating system. But when we're away, oh God, quite a while back, I put a stop end in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that off. After about, I'm going to have a brew in that and see if that spout fills. If it doesn't, I'm going to block the outlet to the tap. If it carries on, then I know it's not the tap. It's somewhere else. But there's no water anywhere, there's no leaks. There's nowhere for it to leak. So if that's the case, then it's got to be the pump. If it does stop when I put that block in, that stop end, then it's the tap. Yes. Tell you, when it rains it pours, doesn't it? Bloody light's broke now in the bathroom. Oh God, everything's going wrong. Right, I'm going to try this now. There shouldn't be that much if there is any. Can't believe me, bloody light. Oh, here we go. You what?
No, that new bag what we got today.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting it in, I put my resin in. Keep going on when you do. Leave me waiting.
Nothing. Nothing. Just can't weigh this up at all. Like I say, it's been there for ages now. There's no water. There's no leaks. No nothing. Right, so what I'm going to do is take that off and pull that stop end in. So we'll turn the pump off and I'll come back when I've put it in. Right, it's a bit crude, but it's on. It's not all the way in, but it's on. That should... Right, let's just fire the pump up, see what happens. I'll note as yet. Oh, did it. Right, so it's not the put, it's not the tap. So where can it be? There, you can still see it doing it. It's still at it. Come on. Right, so it's not the taps. Could have wasted 50 odd quid, couldn't I, if I had bought them. Right, so it's not them. Like I said, the only joint from well, do you know, how is it? Everything's always in way. Right, that there, that joint goes all the way, including the water, hot, which is not connected, so it can't have anything to do with that. It has to be the cold, which is there, and it's not leaking at all. Nothing. It's not leaking up there. In fact, these are joined to that. And if they were leaking, we'd have water in here, wouldn't we? God. We'd have water in there. And there's nothing. Absolutely not. Yeah, as I say, that blue pipe, in fact, the hot pipe as well, goes all the way around there, into there. Which I keep saying, I keep mentioning this. But it's one piece. There is no joints in it. So, there's nothing on that one there under the sink. There's nothing inside the cupboard where it actually joins. There won't be a joint there, but for going up to the sink in the bathroom. And there's that one there. There, that's it. Oh. And there's nothing. Well, there's pointless even looking at that one. It's this. There's nothing. See, this like this pipe here, but that's for heater when I fit it. The heat, the pump. There's no leaks on the pump at all. It's got a bit pump. It has to be. It's got to be. I wonder if it's filling that up. Because it is actually nearly full now. I was wondering if I got that upside down. Right, if anybody really does know what's going on, I'd really like to hear from you, I really would. So please, comments below. In fact, my email address is on the description below. I just cannot work it out. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? But can the pump actually do that? You know, is there something wrong with the pump, a sealant pump or anything? I suppose there could be, couldn't there? Yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'll try and get this uploaded tonight. What day is it? Wednesday. And if I have to buy a new pump, then so be it. But I'm glad I didn't buy the taps. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I say, I'd really like your support on this, I really would. Comments, suggestions, anything. But just a run through, and then, you know, obviously it comes from the pump. Yeah? Right. Comes from the pump on there to a joint. That's, I'm saying the only joint. Right, there's a joint there, then there's one there. Right, now there's only a joint there for the simple reason I've got a pipe, obviously a blue pipe, coming up to the sink, which is that one. Then it goes on in one piece all the way back of the toilet, back of the units, to where I've showed you under there. That there's a joint under there, isn't there? That's it. And none of them are leaking. Not one of them. So there's obviously pressure, so it'd leak. It's doing my head in. Right, so if it can be the pump, then right. Oh, and also, is that filter right way up? Come on. You know what I mean? Should it be upright like that? Or should it be upside down? Thanks very much anyway. Cheers.